Hey guys, it's Emily, and today we're going to be talking about my goals for 2021. So I love setting goals every year. I feel like it's a way to motivate me and just a way to shape my year up in a way. And so today I'm going to be talking about 3 different categories of goals. First of all, I'm going to be talking about my reading plans. Then we're going to be talking about my channel goals. And finally, I'm going to dive into some personal goals. So let's start with my reading plans. So the first goal that I set for myself is my Goodreads goal. And that's a big question. How many books do I plan on reading in 2021? In 2020, I set a goal of 120 books, and for me that was kind of stretching it out already, but I surpassed that this year, which I'm completely mind blown about. I never expected to reach that number, to be completely honest. I just wanted to see if I could reach it. So I've decided to do something a little bit similar this year and set a big number, even though I could have set a smaller number and just try to read bigger books. But I want to see how many books I can read in a year. So as of right now, I am at 137 books, but for 2021, I would love to read 150 books. I'm not sure how feasible that will be, but I feel like since I'm already so close to that number right now, it doesn't seem that much of a stretch to hope that I will be reading 150 books, especially considering the fact that in the second half of the year I did kind of hit a reading slump. There were months where I didn't read for weeks, so I think I could totally reach 150 if I really commit to it. But to be honest, I said the number, but for me it's not about how many books I read in a year. It's just a way to motivate myself. So we'll see if that happens in 2021. My second goal is something that I think you guys will be very happy and excited to hear, and that is for me to finally catch up on the Twisted Tale series. I know you guys have been requesting more Disney content, especially Twisted Tale related videos. I've read the first 3 books in the series, but as of right now there are 10 books out in the series. There's an 11th one coming out in 2021, and so I would love to finally be able to catch up on the series and film videos for you guys because I know you've been requesting it, and I do enjoy the series. It's just that I haven't really been in a fantasy reading mood in 2020, and so I haven't really wanted to pick up the books, but I'm going to try to catch up on the series in 2021. There are so many different retellings of my favorite Disney movies, so I'm very excited to give the rest of the series a try. Now let's talk about classics. So every year I set myself a goal of reading more classics, but I feel like this is a little bit broad, especially since in 2020 I did reach that goal. I did read more classics than I typically did, so I wanted to be a little bit more specific this year in terms of the goals that I'm setting myself when it comes to classics. The first one will be to read one Russian classic. Russian classics kind of intimidate me because they tend to be so big and massive, and I don't know, it just kind of scares me. I feel like it's going to be so out of my reach, but I would love to give one a try. I don't know which one it's going to be. If you guys have any recommendations, make sure to leave them in the comments down below, but I would love to finally read one Russian classic. I think I read one in CJEP, so for my courses in college, but I haven't really picked up more since then, and I know there are a lot, so I would love to finally give one of them a try. And the one that I read in college was not even one of the big classics that people would actually consider classics. So it was a Russian novel, but I don't know if I would consider it a classic per se, so I would love to finally read one this year. And then I would also love to read the entirety of Jane Austen's work. So every year I think I've been setting this goal for myself. Ever since I've been to England and bought this big anthology of Jane Austen's work, I've been wanting to read the entirety of her work. And I think since 2018, ever since I started this channel, I've been wanting to finally read the rest of Jane Austen's work because I had already read 2 of her books before. Technically I'm halfway through because there was only 6 books out, but I do want to reread one of those because I read it in high school, so I have 4 to read. I really love her work, so I would love to finally catch up and read everything that she has written. Goal number 5 is to read more diverse books. So I feel like every year I set this goal, and that's something that I try to do every year, is to read more diverse stories. Especially as a straight, white, cis woman, I try to read as diversely as I can because I want to be exposed to more realities than only my own. And especially this year, it has shown me how important it is to read diverse stories. So I do try to get out of my comfort zone and reach out for authors that are different than I am. I would really love to continue reading a lot of diverse books in 2021. I don't have a set number because obviously it will depend on the number of books that I read during the year, but I would love to continue to read a lot of diverse stories. My next goal is also something that I try to do every year, and that's to buy less books and read the ones that I already own. So as of right now, I am at about 75 books on my physical TBR, and in 2021 I would love to read more of the ones that I already own. So basically I would love that number to diminish. It doesn't mean that I cannot buy any books in 2021, but I would just love at the end of the year to be at, I don't know, maybe 50 unread books on my TBR. So I could still buy like 100 books if I wanted to, but if I read them all, we're fine. You know what I mean? I would just really love for that number to be like smaller. I don't have a set number because it will depend on how much I read and how much I buy as well, but I would love my physical TBR to be reduced, so we'll see at the end of the year what it comes to, but I would really love to dive more into my backlist and finally conquer my physical TBR. My next goal has to do with ARCs. So I know recently there's been this controversy regarding NetGalley, especially because of the security breach that happened. As of right now, I think it was like a week ago or something. But personally, I love NetGalley because it allows me to get ARCs for books that I'm super excited about, especially as a small creator. I feel like ARCs are a little bit less accessible because I don't have a big audience to share it with. So I love NetGalley because it allows me to read some books that I'm super excited about and share them with you guys. So I will continue to be using it, but my current feedback ratio is absolutely abysmal. I'm sitting at 35%, I believe, which I've heard people had worse scores, and I still get approved for quite a few things. I don't even understand how people still approve me for stuff, but I would really love to improve my NetGalley score and get it to 80%, which is the recommended feedback ratio. So I would really love to finally get into like a healthy feedback ratio score. So we're gonna try to improve my NetGalley score in 2021. My final reading goal is to finish the series that I've already started. So I am really great at starting series. I am someone who loves to start new series and like try out different things, especially when they're hyped. I feel like I really want to know what the hype is all about, so I'll read the first book, but I'll never follow through. So one of the things that I want to do in 2021 is get better at finishing series that I've already started. I have a whole spreadsheet with all of the series that I've started and need to finish or need to decide if I want to continue or not. And if you guys would like a full video on this, let me know in the comments down below. But I have picked 5 different series this year aside from the Twisted Tale series that I would love to finally finish. All of the series are completed, which is why I picked them, because there's a lot of ongoing series that I know I'm going to be like continuing. Some of these I'm actually like up to date, so I would really love to finish series that are completed and that I've already started but have just not finished. So the first one is the Calloway Sisters series by Krista and Becca Ricci. So I've been talking about this series for a while now. I think ever since I've had my channel I've been talking about this series. It's kind of a long series in my defense. It's like 10 books or so, and I only have 3 more books to read before I'm done with the series, so we're gonna try to finish the series in 2021. The second series that I would like to finish is Renegades by Marissa Meyer. So I read the first book, I think the first year that I had my channel, so in 2018. I didn't love the first book. I think I gave it 3 stars, but I did buy the second book. So I am gonna try to continue the series. I would like to at least read the second book and decide whether or not I want to continue the series. I've been told that it gets better with each book, so I'm really hoping that I will, you know, finally get what the hype is all about. I have 2 more books to read. The third series that I would like to finish is The Darkest Minds by Alexander Bracken. I read the first 2 books in a 24-hour readathon that I did, I believe it was last year. I technically only have 1 more book to read in order to finish the original trilogy. The fourth series that I would like to finish is Ace of Shades by Emma Nafudi. I don't know if that's the name of the series. I think it's like The Shadow Game or something like that. But the first book is Ace of Shades, and I read that in 2019. I really loved it, and I wanted to continue the series. I actually already own the second book, but the sequel is like 600 pages. It's kind of a beast and it kind of terrifies me, but I wanted to finally catch up on the series before the third and final book came out, but the book came out already in October, so now the series is complete, so I would love to finally finish the series. And the final one that I will be focusing on this year is The Amber Quartet by Sabaa Tahir. So I read the first 2 books in the series, absolutely loved them. I bought the third book and I kept from reading it because at the time we didn't have a release date that was announced for the 4th book, so I waited, and then I wanted to read the 3rd book before the 4th book came out. That didn't happen, and now the 4th book is out, and so I need to finish the series. I have 2 more books to read in order to finish it. I might reread the first 2 as well, we'll see, but that is one that I know I'm going to love, so I just really need to push myself and finish the series. So those were all of my reading plans, but now let's talk about my channel goals for 2021. Where's my water? Okay. The first thing that needs to happen in 2021 is for me to challenge myself more. I feel like I've gotten kind of lazy in terms of like the filming and the editing of my videos. I would love to be like that aesthetic YouTuber that does all of these aesthetically pleasing reading vlogs, but that has not really been my case. However, I feel like I could get there if I just gave myself like a chance. So I've been experimenting a little bit. I will be continuing to do that in 2021, push myself a little bit harder so that I can improve my videos for you guys. The second goal that I have is probably kind of stupid, but I really love to set this goal, and that is to make more friends and be more part of the community. So ever since I've had this channel, this is a goal that I've set for myself, and that is to make more friends and just feel like I'm more part of the community. Because ever since I've joined BookTube, I feel like I've been on the sidelines, meaning that I don't necessarily have like this close-knit group of friends. I don't know, I feel like I have made some friends this year. I'm really happy that I finally started like making connections within the community, but I could do better. Like I have 1 or 2 close friends that I really love and like I try to support, and like we support each other, and that's awesome. But I would love to just try to make more connections within the community in 2021. So whether that is like participating in live shows or watching live shows or just participate in stuff more. Now I do want to note that I am going to try to participate in less readathons, which seems like counterintuitive, but I've kind of burned myself out with readathons in 2020, and so in 2021 I want to be smarter about the readathons that I decide to participate in. So I will probably do maybe like 1 readathon per quarter, because I really want to focus on other content for my channel, and I'll dive into that in a second. But I have big plans for 2021, and I feel like readathons sometimes can get in the way of that. Alright, so next goal is to get comfortable filming in public. So I say filming in public, and I'm not necessarily planning on like starting to vlog outside of my house, even though that would be really awesome, but I want to be better at filming videos when, for example, I know my family's around. Like today I'm pushing myself, and I know like I have family upstairs, like everywhere in my house, and I'm trying to be better about filming when I know there's people around, because I always was super self-conscious and I was feeling like they could hear me, and I was keeping myself from filming videos because I knew people were around me. But I cannot let that be something that blocks me in 2021. So I really want to get better at filming even though I know there's people around me. So when I say public, I mean even within my own house. Now my next goal is kind of like a number that I would love to reach in terms of subscribers. I just want to say I don't do this for the subscribers, but this is something that I've had my eye on ever since I joined YouTube. I wanted to do this, and it has not happened yet, but I feel like it's going to happen in 2021, and that would be to reach 1,000 subscribers. I'm currently at around 700 subscribers, and I'm really happy with like the community that we've built around here, but I would love to finally reach 1,000. I don't know why, like this is a number that I've had my eye on for the longest time, so I would love to finally reach it. I think it's because of the monetization threshold. I feel like it could be totally feasible in 2021, considering my growth in 2020. I feel like 2021 could be the year where I finally reach 1,000 subscribers. And I guess my next goal kind of goes hand in hand with that, and that is to finally get monetized. I didn't join BookTube for the money. Like I never expected to make money out of this. Like yes, would that be nice? Yes, of course, but it was not the reason that kept me going, because like I've been on here for almost 3 years. If the money was the biggest like push that made me create videos, I would have quit like a long time ago. But I'll be honest, it would be nice to get paid for my hard work. There's a lot of work that you guys don't necessarily see in the videos, and it can take me hours to create just the one video. For example, the video that you're currently watching, it takes me maybe a half hour to film, maybe a 30-minute like preparation, just like writing down my goals and just, you know, doing a little bit of research to have like a structure, and then in editing maybe 2-3 hours. But for example, for books around the world, I spend sometimes up to 10 hours just preparing the video without even like filming and reading and editing. It can take up to 10 hours just to prepare the video, and then there's a reading aspect of it, and then there's the filming and the editing, and there's all the behind the scenes stuff that you guys don't necessarily see. I would love to get like even just a little bit of money. Like I would love to get compensated for the hard work that I put into my videos. So I would love to finally get monetized in 2021. Will that happen? I don't know. We'll see. But first we need to reach 1,000 subscribers, which is why I said that this goal goes kind of hand in hand with the previous goal. Goal number 6 is to upload consistently twice a week. So as of right now, I am uploading a new video every Sunday. I try to aim for 11 a.m., but that's been the schedule that I've had for all of 2020. I'm proud of myself for finally establishing a schedule on my channel. But in 2021, I would love to push myself even further and try to upload twice a week. So as of right now, in December, I've tried to upload a video twice a week. I think there's only like this week that I didn't upload because it was around Christmas Eve and I just didn't want to film something and like upload something on those days because I felt like people wanted to spend time with their families and stuff, and I feel like totally fine and I need a little break. But I've been trying to upload twice a week. I haven't quite decided the uploading schedule that I have in 2021, so ideally it would probably be like within Tuesday and Thursdays, and then I'll keep Sunday obviously as my upload day. So let's see if in 2021 I can upload twice a week. I have so many ideas, which is why I'm trying to upload more consistently. I just need the time to film everything, so we'll see if that actually ends up happening, but I would love to finally be able to commit to a twice a week upload schedule for you guys. My next goal would be to finally try to record videos ahead of time. So as of right now, I am filming the video that will go up like next, so I don't really have any pre-recorded videos. I do have some projects in the works, so sometimes I'll have vlogs that I've started filming but haven't uploaded yet, but for the most part I live video per video, like video by video. So I would love in 2021 to finally have some pre-recorded videos, especially if I'm planning on uploading twice a week. I need to start pre-filming so that whenever I need a video, and if I just haven't had the time to like create one, I can still stick to my schedule without stressing about having to film 2 videos a week and everything. So I don't really know how that's going to work out. I know that during this holiday break I am going to try to pre-film as many videos as I can so that I could already have a head start starting like January and the new year when I get back to work. But I would love to finally be someone who can record like several videos during like one weekend, for example, or something like that. And finally, I once again think this is something that you guys will be very happy to hear, but I would love to upload more Disney content and more books around the world videos in 2021. So I know my Disney content is something that a lot of you guys have actually subscribed for, and I was really good at delivering that in 2018 and 2019, but in 2020 it kind of has taken the back burner. But I know this is a videos that you guys love to watch and that a lot of you guys come to my channel for, so I would love to deliver on that and be better about uploading that type of content. And then for books around the world, this is my passion project. This is a series that I started in 2020. If you guys didn't know, this is a series where I read books set in different cities, countries, and continents, and I've had such an amazing time filming every episode. Like I said, they do take a lot of time to film, but I do really love them. So I would love to continue uploading both of these, and my goal for both of these types of content is to upload one of each per month. We'll see how that turns out. I might like have to spread out the books around the world videos, especially because those take longer to film, prepare, edit, upload, stuff like that. But that gives you an idea of what I have planned for 2021. And finally, let's talk about some personal goals. I won't dive too deep into them because I know some of you guys don't care, but I just want to maybe touch upon them a little bit just so that I can hold myself accountable. So the first goal that I would love to get back into, I guess, is to exercise 3 times a week. I've had highs and lows with exercise in 2020. I used to be someone who was very sedentary and I would not work out or barely work out, but in 2020 I feel like I finally established a schedule when it comes to the gym. At first, before COVID even began, I was going 3 times a week. I was doing really well, but then the gyms closed, so I stopped exercising like altogether. I did go on walks with my mom pretty much every day, but I didn't really exercise regularly the way that I used to. But then when the gyms reopened during the summer, I was once again very consistent, very good at it, and then the gyms closed again in November, and since then I haven't really worked out at all. I would love to finally get back to exercising regularly. 3 times a week is like my bare minimum. The next one kind of goes with YouTube, but I wanted to do it separate because it doesn't really have anything to do with YouTube, but kinda. I would love to get my Instagram to 1,000 followers. I'm mostly looking forward to growing my platforms as a way to show off my skills in my field because I am working in digital marketing, if you guys didn't know. So far I'm at 800 and I'm pretty consistent on there. Like during the fall I kind of took it more seriously and I started uploading content, like posting content more often, but I would really love to dedicate more time to it and finally like get content planned ahead of time and post to my stories more. And by the way, if you guys want to follow me on there, my handles is @_Emily Boucher, but the link will be in the description box down below if you guys want to follow me. But yeah, I would love to be more consistent and finally grow a community on there. My third personal goal is kind of like not a goal, but just like a state of mind that I would like to implement more in 2021, and that's a more minimalist lifestyle. I don't want to become like Miss Minimalistic. Like I don't think that will ever be me, especially like with all the books that I own. I mean, do you really think that I'm going to start like going from probably over 300 books to like 0? Like there's no way. But I do own a lot of stuff, especially when it comes to like beauty products and clothes and everything, and I would love to really declutter my room and just keep what I actually need. And my final goal for 2021 is, I don't know how feasible it will be, but it is to get my own place. So I love living with my parents, don't get me wrong. I'm so lucky that my parents like still allow me to stay here and like to not pay rent or anything, and I'm really appreciative of that. I'm so spoiled and like so so lucky to be in this situation. But as much as I love my family, I would also really love to get my own space just so that, you know, I can do my own things and not be worried about people barging into my room when I'm filming. I don't know if that'll happen in 2021, but I feel ready to make the move, especially considering the fact that I'm like 25 years old. I'm still living with my parents. So I would really love to take the plunge and move into my own space in 2021. So that is it for my goals for 2021. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I would love to know what your goals are for the next year, so please make sure to leave them in the comments down below. Let's hold each other accountable. But I guess that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give this a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And I guess that's it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!